Here we have the jump part of this ride. I thought there was too much footage to make it all one video, so I split it up into his jumping part and then the flat bit is its own video. But anyway, this is Speargun. He is my beautiful 16 one-hand 7-year-old TB gelding by Kozan, which is a distorted humor line. And this is his first ride in the field and his first time seeing any jumps. And I did not do any prep for this ride. He's not been in the field before, he's not been over logs before. He actually hasn't been ridden since Tuesday. This is Friday, this video, and he'd had the last 2 days off. But I just have a tremendous amount of faith in this horse, and he is really special in my opinion. I thought that he would come out brilliant, and if he didn't, that was okay, but he did live up to expectations. So we always start by walking over the log, which can be, awkward sometimes, but he had the right instincts over it. And then he came in the trot a few times. This is all very easy for him. He is very keen. They tell you right away whether they're a bit nervous about it, a little bit unsure, or whether they think that this is, the bee's knees of fun. And he definitely leans towards this is the bee's knees. He thought that this was pretty awesome stuff, and he just got bolder as we went. And I was sort of having to try and get him to take a breath, take his time because he just wanted to get it. I think that this is where I made like a pretty awful riding mistake. I should have just insisted there where we were having our little discussion about him coming back to the trot, which is what I wanted him to do. But then I sort of forfeited, which I should not have done. Well, what I should have done was either commit to the canter and ride forward to the distance in the canter, or I should have said, no, I want you to trot. We're trotting this. Instead, I got lost in the gray area. And so then we sort of puked over the log, which was completely my fault. So I circled and came back to it so that we could have a more positive experience with a rider who acts like they've actually done this before. And so that time was much better. So when I'm doing these rides, obviously he's very brave and very happy to do all the things, but you always have to be careful that, you don't take advantage of a brave horse by over asking. It's amazing that he came out with so much confidence. Obviously that's best case scenario, but you got to be careful that you don't, overdo it and then sort of break this amazing confidence that he's been so happy to come out with. He also has just obviously an incredible canter. And so jumping from the canter is clearly going to be effortless for him. But he's quite keen. We're out in a field for the first time, and he does need to learn the trot work. So I was pretty insistent that he needed to trot most of his jumps. At the end, we cantered a few down the line of logs, which was good. He did that really nicely, but I wanted to make sure that we had breaks, that he was listening, and that we were thinking about our footwork in the trot. Log here is a little bit tricky because it's actually coming down the incline part of the field. It's always hard jumping uh, green horses downhill, but he handled that quite well with his feet. We actually did that little black pipe down the hill also, but I don't think Billy realized that's where we were going, so we just barely got it on video. And then there I proved that I actually can canter a distance to a little log. And he's just like, yeah, he loves it. He just felt so excited and happy to do this job today. You see that car's coming down the road? That always makes me spooky. He didn't care at all. But sometimes that is so hard for the horses to handle. Rightly so, but he was excellent. He is just so keen. So then we're coming up to our grand finale. We went all the way down to the other end of the field and we jumped the line of three logs in a row down the road part of the field, and that's always a good opportunity for them to really start figuring out coming in the canter because it's a dead straight line, so I have to do very little steering, which can make things as uncomplicated as possible. I decided to sneak in this log over here on the corner, which he hasn't seen before. But he was very brave. I thought that was lovely. I was really happy with him at the end of this ride. Such a good boy. This horse is just outrageously talented. He has an incredible brain, and clearly, jumping is going to be his jam.